Hey guys, how's it going? It's Trieyx here about a Clément Junior Class video. Okay, in today's video, we got some tips and tricks on how to beat the big bonus challenge for the month of September. So, yeah, this month's big bonus challenge is pretty easy, especially with all the illustrated medals out right now. You can definitely destroy this event super easily. So I'll show you guys my setup right here. I try to make my setup as free-to-play friendly as possible, and also taking account to what medals are out right now. So yeah, I want to show you guys that setup. This one. So the big bonus challenge for this month is a power enemy. So it's best if you guys use a magic setup. So this is the setup I used. So yeah, I'll go through my medals really quick. So yeah, right here I have the Kyrie. Says second chance 4 and extra attack. So yeah, she's really here for the buffing, and as well as her whatchamacallit, the overwrite. So yeah, still really good. I'm still using Kyrie to this day. Like, you guys don't need nominate or anything like that. Heck, you don't even need buffer metal nowadays. I could have put another magic metal there to get some more damage, as well as some buffs, but I decided to use Kyrie because she still had the second chance 4, and I still need that. Plus she is super easy to obtain nowadays, so yeah, still gonna use her until she doesn't work anymore. So yeah, anyways, next up is Aerith, my girl. She is a medal that you got when, well, at least I think it was during the Final Fantasy VII remake collaboration. You logged in and you get this free medal, or you do some sort of raid boss and you got this medal. I'm not exactly sure. All I know is whenever I can use Aerith, I'm definitely gonna use her. Like, she is probably one of my favorite girls or heroines in Final Fantasy. So yeah, she has attack boost 9 max. She gives plus 2,500 magic metal strength, and she has perfect traits, but no traits in the pet slot. Her supernova gives me plus 5,000 magic metal strength. So yeah, honestly, if you guys don't have Aerith, like, I know Aerith was like a while back. I'm not even sure she's in the banners anymore. But you guys can definitely replace her with any magic metal. Like, nowadays, any magic metal is better than Aerith. I'm sorry, Aerith, but you're not so good in this game anymore. But yeah, you guys have, I don't know, if you guys have the Kyrie, definitely a good replacement. You guys have the Kyrie, definitely like a replacement. Let's see what is there. You got the Elsa, definitely another good replacement. Yeah, there's so many medals out, magic medals out nowadays that you can replace Aerith with anything. Like, you preferably want a medal that gives you plus magic metal strength, but nowadays every single medal does that. So yeah, any magic medal will do. Next up is Ian Lightfoot. Also another medal that you got for free. So yeah, he gives me plus 5,000 magic metal strength, and he has attack boost 8 max. And he has perfect traits. So yeah, he also gives me 5,000 magic metal strength for the supernova as well. So yeah, he has no pet trait or anything like that. So yeah, definitely a really good medal. But same thing with the Aerith, you can place it with any single magic medal nowadays. Like, the Aerith and the Ian, they aren't really that great, so anything would do. If you guys have another Aqua, another Kyrie, or you got to pull for the Xion that's out right now, you know, you can replace those. Replace Aerith and Ian with those medals. Then I have the illustrated Aqua. She has attack boost 13 max, gauge 1. She gives me, come on, how many? 10,000 magic metal strength, and she has perfect traits. So yeah, this supernova gives me what, plus 12,000 magic metal strength. So yeah, she's really good. Like, definitely if you have the illustrated medals, you're gonna rip through this event super easily. So yeah, I decided to use the Aqua instead of the Kyrie, only because Kyrie is not here anymore. Like, her banner's not here anymore, so I decided to just use Aqua. Like, I kind of only want to use, or at least for this video, medals that are out right now in a banner. So Aqua's medal is still here in the banner, so that's why I'm using her and not Kyrie, because Kyrie's banner went away like a few days ago. So yeah, Next up is the Kingdom Hearts 3 Aqua. This is the Supernova Renewal one. She just waiting. Actually, give me plus 5,000 magic metal strength. Attack boost 12 max. So yeah, originally her medal doesn't give you any magic metal strength, but if you awaken her or evolve her, you get that bonus. So that extra plus 5,000 magic metal strength. Not only that, but she also has an increase in strength as well. So she's really good now. So the only thing that sucks about this medal is that she doesn't ignore enemies' counters, and this enemy, or in this big bonus challenge, they have counters, and that really sucks. But at the same time, we're also going to be using the counter for our advantage, which I'll show you guys. So yeah, and she has perfect traits except for pet slot. She also gives me plus 7,000 magic metal strength for the Supernova, and like I said before, she is a Supernova renewal medal, meaning that she'll renew the Supernovas after I use them, so I can use them again. Well, that's like an overpowered mechanic right there. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be using that as well. Next up, I use Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee. He still works. He's great. If the attack was 10 max, gets 0, and perfect traits. Oh, except the pet slot. It's always the pet slot. That's kind of about it. Like, also, all these medals have like a guild bonus up, which all medals have that nowadays. So I don't really have to explain that. As for my sub slot, it's a 6.3, which I don't even know if that's high anymore. I said that in my previous videos. Like, I don't know. I feel like nowadays, if you have like, I feel like the highest now like is like 7, like a 7-time multiplier. So yeah, I don't know. I've kind of been away from the whole game for a while, so I don't really know what's the the highest sub slot. I haven't really been polling either, so that's why my sub slot isn't really that high. But it's high in terms of like compared to new players. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure you don't need that high of a sub slot. Like I show you guys, like it's really easy. Like you basically just want to keep building up your strength. Like you don't need that high of a sub slot. And I'm using a 3 wishes, which is a level 35 Keyblade. I don't think I'm ever gonna use, or I probably try not to use the counterpoint anymore. My counterpoint is a level 50 Keyblade, and that is gonna make it a lot harder for free to play or newer players. So yeah. Anyways, let's go right into the event. So I'll probably start from stage 3 because I always start from stage 3 because that's when it gets sort of hard, not really. But actually, I think I do have to play the game around like stage 6 because of that counter issue. So it's right over here. You also get some tickets too, which is great. I gotta make that a video when I where I summon on the tickets because I have like a whole bunch of them right now. I'm just waiting for the event to be almost over to summon on it. But yeah, anyways, let's see. So this is the friend medal I use. I use the Kyrie. Now this Kyrie has attack boost 13 max. She gives, I believe, plus 10,000 magic metal strength. Right? Yeah, 10,000. And she also ignores enemies' attributes. So if the enemy is a speed enemy, it'll still do super effective damage. So yeah. But since this boss is the power boss, like it's gonna do super effective damage anyway. So it doesn't really matter. The biggest thing is she adds count, so she gives you plus 2 count, and that is like key for me at least, because the Aqua, as well as I believe the Ian and the Aerith, they don't add any counters, and that hurts. It hurts a lot. So that's why I need this Kyrie for that, basically to increase the counter. But yeah, anyway, she has perfect traits except for pet slot. She gives me plus 12,000 magic metal strength. Yeah, and that's kind of about it. So she's really good. Definitely, you have the Kyrie. Definitely use her. Like I said before, I'm not really using Kyrie in my setup because she's not available right now. But in terms of friend medals, I think she's fine. Because friend medal is basically one of your main medals in your setup, basically. Like basically in this game, your friend is your power. So yeah. Okay, so this boss doesn't have much HP. Yeah, stage 3 is super easy. There we go, Aerith beat her. Or beat him, or it's, or I don't know what whatever it is. I think it's the boss that appears in Kingdom Hearts 2. I think in Pride Lands. I think I could be wrong, but I think that was it. Yeah, man, I can't wait to go to Pride Lands in my Kingdom Hearts 2 Let's Play. Like, Pride Land is definitely probably one of my favorite worlds in Kingdom Hearts. I just think because the whole mechanic is so different. Like, you're playing as a little lion Sora thingy, and Donald is like a little bird thing, and Goofy is a turtle. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, also, I don't know how Goofy moves so fast in Kingdom Hearts 2 when he's a turtle. At least I think he's a turtle. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah. Also, I was thinking about using Xion in this setup as well, but I'm like, I would beat the setup without Xion, so like I don't really need it. But yeah, I'll probably pull for Xion after this video. But yeah, also right here, they have that one of those book Heartlesses. So I think if you beat the book Heartless, I think he maybe buff. Let me check. Okay, so he debuffs you. He doesn't buff the boss. So usually, or at least back then, like, I'm not sure if the Heartless is different, but what they did is they increased the enemy's defenses up to like 15 or max basically. But in this case, it debuffs you. So yeah, it doesn't really hurt that bad because, like I said before, magic metals nowadays they buff themselves. So it honestly doesn't really matter, but it still hurts for like that one turn or like that one metal. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's definitely not as bad as it used to be. Alright, stage 6. So stage 6 I think I actually have to play. I think. I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I can auto it. But I don't think so. I think the counter is lower. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably making a huge mistake, but we'll see. It also hurts that this Keyblade, the 3 wishes. Oh, okay. yeah, I'm gonna have to play. So I'll do that again. But yeah. So like before, this Keyblade kind of hurts in terms of the way the metals are positioned, or not positioned, but like I don't know what is it called, like the setup of the Keyblade metal thingy. Like there is 2 reverse slots in this Keyblade, which kind of hurts. Like the counterpoint only has 1, so it's not as bad. But this setup has 2, so it's not as great as the counterpoint. If you got to the counterpoint, definitely use that one instead. But I'm using the 3 wishes because everybody has 3 wishes. Plus it's also level 35, so yeah, it's not as bad as my level 50 Keyblade. So the boss starts off with 13 defense up, and the book Heartless starts off with the 15 upright and reverse. So what we'll do is we'll use the Kyrie to get rid of that. Overwrite that, bring it to the lowest amount of debuffs possible, as well as increasing my buffs as high as possible. Then we'll use a Supernova. We'll use the Lee because I want that guilt bonus up, that 250% guilt bonus up, or special attack up, or whatever you guys want to call it. We'll do that. Okay, so next up, I think we're just gonna auto it. Should be fine. I'm just gonna have to watch the gauges or the counters. It should be fine. I shouldn't have used one of the Aeriths, but it's fine. I should still beat this anyway. So we use this. Okay, so now I'm gonna use. Oh, I'm just gonna tap it because if I use the Aqua again, it's gonna lower the counter to 0. So I'm gonna do that. That way it doesn't kill me. And then I'm gonna use the Kyrie because the Kyrie adds to the gauges. Okay, so I think I should be able to kill this Heartless. But just in case, I'm gonna use the Supernova because I want the Heartless to die before the next turn. That way it doesn't debuff me for the next turn. So I'm gonna use a... let's use Ian. Yeah. And then we'll use the Kyrie. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have killed it without using the Ian, but just in case, I used it anyway. So now we are debuffed to the crazy basically. So you're going to use the Kyrie to buff himself again. Okay, so now we're gonna use the Supernova. We're gonna use let's use Air. It doesn't matter. Like we should beat this easily, so it doesn't really matter what heck I use. Oh, actually, hold up. I shouldn't have done that. Now think about it, because the air kind of ruined me, but it's fine. I should have beat this anyway. The air basically brought the gauges down, so let's it just doesn't matter. We'll wait for the next turn. That's gonna kill me here. So yeah, definitely watch out for the gauges or the counters. That's super annoying. But it's nothing too crazy. At least for this stage anyway, not too crazy. So it should be fine. Oh, actually, let's use the Supernova. Let's use the Kyrie. Okay, so next turn, or next stage, is when I really have to pay attention to the counters, especially. Oh, man. And what sucks about this setup, or at least like magic metals, is that, man, or it's not really magic metals, but like the Supernova new metals, it's so bad. Like, not so bad, it's just that I hate how they don't increase the counters, or at least ignore them, and that hurts a lot. So, yeah, okay, so right here, oh, actually not this one. The next one is when he has that threshold where it basically like a revenge value where it'll hit you at 50% health. So this one doesn't have it, so that's good. So yeah, at least the jewel part of the event doesn't have that mechanic. Okay, so right here the boss starts with basically the same thing, except a little more defense. So 15 defense up for the main Heartless, and then the other Heartless has 15 upright and defense. Oh, not upright and reverse defense up. So we'll do the same thing basically. Use the Kyrie, get rid of those buffs, and then we're gonna use Supernova. We use Axel, and I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna auto it, just in case. So we'll use the Aerith once. Then we're gonna hit him, and then we'll use Ian. What's good about Ian is he only does one hit, so it doesn't matter whether I tap it or I use his metal, he's still gonna do one hit. Whereas Aerith, she's gonna do like 5 hits, and it really hurts. So yeah, we can do that. Also, I forgot to mention, the reason why I'm using Aqua, or at least the illustrated Aqua, like Aqua on the second to last slot, is not only because that is only the outright magic slot, but she makes the next metal a magic metal. So if I use that where this Aqua is right now, this the Supernova new one, she's gonna make the Lee a magic metal, which is gonna cancel out Kyrie's super effectiveness, like the ignoring attribute thing. So that's kind of annoying, so that's why I put her in the second to last slot. I kind of wish you could turn that off, but unfortunately you can't. So yeah, I can never use Illustrated Aqua and Illustrated Kyrie at the same, at least next to each other, because that's gonna you know counter each other, and that's not that great. But anyways, I used the Aqua once, right? No, I didn't use it. So let's use this Aqua once. Okay, then we'll tap this enemy. Because Aqua definitely gonna take the counters down all the way to 0 if I use it again. So now we're gonna use the Lee. Okay, so same thing. I want to take out that book Heartless before it gets the next turn. That way it won't debuff me and kind of like ruin one of my attacks for the next turn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to. Okay, so again, I was looking at the boss, and I was like, is it gonna be the revenge value again? Because it's almost at half health, but I forgot that the revenge value thing is not in this part. So yeah, let's use Ian. Oh yeah, that did nothing. Let's use Aerith. That did nothing either. Okay, so let's use the friend metal, because the friend metal is not on a keyblade slot, so it doesn't benefit from the multiplier. So it's gonna do, or usually gonna do less damage, but not all the time. Wow, that did a lot. But that's not enough. We gotta use one more aqua. There we go. So we killed the Picart list, and then we'll end this turn. Kind of felt like I was in the Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, and I'll end my turn after I place down some trap cards. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna use the Kyries to buff myself up and get my health back, and then we'll use the the Kimura 3 Aqua. Okay, so now I'm trying to think how I did this. I did this last night, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually manipulate the counters and actually have him kill me. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the Ian first, and then we use the Aerith, and then let's use the Kyrie, and then let's use the Aqua. Okay, so now let's do that. One Aerith, do that, and then we'll do one Ian Lightfoot, and then we'll use this Aqua. Use this Aqua again, and watch right here. He's gonna kill me, which is fine, because my buff's gonna carry over for the next turn. So basically, what happens if an enemy kills you via the counter, or by, I believe, a counter attack, whether you lower the gauges down or counter down to 0, or there's like a 50% revenge value threshold, your buffs will carry over. So you guys will see right here, I have 73,000 strength right now, or magic metal strength. I'm gonna use this Aqua. He's gonna kill me. I'll revive next turn with 78,000 magic metal strength, and this is where we completely destroy this boss. Not only that, but the guilt bonus also carries over, so I didn't need to save a supernova for the next turn. I'll have the whatever how much supernova I had, or guilt bonus I had before. So now I still gotta pay attention to the counters, but we're gonna destroy this boss now. Do that, do this. Actually, I can just auto it. Look at that! Look at this, 111,000. Crazy. There we go. So that's super easy. Like, basically, the whole premise for this boss fight is you want to manipulate the counters for the second to last, or the second turn, basically, and have him kill you. That way your buffs will carry over. I kind of made the mistake where I was trying to survive when I first played this, and that kind of ruined me because I didn't do enough damage to beat it. So yeah, I remember that your buffs carry over if you die. So yeah, that is like a key thing you can do with this in this event to make it a lot easier for yourself. You probably beat this like legitly and not do that strategy, but that makes it so much easier, and it's definitely a really good strategy for free-to-play friendly players or new players. So this is the last part of the event. This one just gives you tickets, so it is nothing too crazy. Honestly, you guys can skip this. It only gives you 10 tickets too, so you guys don't really need it. But yeah, if you guys are only here for the jewel part of the event, that's kind of about it. But if you guys want to do the extra stuff, I'll show you guys how to beat this part. I use the same setup. It's basically the same thing, where I have him kill me on turn 2. That way I can have the buffs carry over and destroy this boss, basically. So this boss starts with 15 defense up. We're gonna use the Kyrie to get rid of that, and then we're gonna use a Axel, and then we're gonna auto it. Good thing about this boss is there's no counter, so we're good. Aerith, Aqua, Supernova, new Aqua. You guys can go off to your heart's content. But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, this is where we stop. So this boss had the 50% threshold, aka revenge value, where at 50% health, he will attack you and kill you. I want to reach that 50% threshold in this turn.
You stupid.
Which is kind of hard to do, or not hard to do, but it's easy. But it's gonna require you to use a lot of supernovas, and honestly, you're probably gonna need a supernova renewal medal. But anyways, no, not this turn, not this turn. Actually, I just remembered, we're gonna do that next turn. So I'll do this really quick. The only reason why is because I don't think I'm gonna do enough damage this turn. I need the next turn, because his threshold is 50%, which I believe is like, how much health do these have? Wow, he has 40 million, or he has like 40 million HP bars. That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was 3 million, but it's actually 40. So, wow. Can you believe that? If you told me like a year or two ago enemies will have this much HP bars, I would think you're crazy. But okay, so we're gonna use the Kyrie to buff myself, and then we'll use the Ian to get the that guild bonus up, and then we're gonna auto it. So it was my bad before when I said that we're gonna do the strategy in the first turn. We're doing the second turn, which is funny because I said that I was gonna do in the second turn originally, and then I just completely forgot. So okay, keep going. Okay, so now it's a lot easier to hit the threshold. I was like, hit the threshold in the first turn is not possible. Well, okay, it is possible. It's just that it could be difficult for free-to-play players and new players. So now, since we brought him down to 32 million health, we're gonna use all the supernovas to bring it down to half health. So let's use Aerith first, and then we'll use the friend Kyrie, and then we'll use the Aqua. And then we'll use the Aqua. Okay, and then we'll use... And the reason why I'm using all this, because once it hits the 50% threshold, he's gonna kill me, and all my buffs and supernova guild bonus, whatever, is gonna carry over, so it doesn't really matter that I'm using all of this right now. So let's use Ian first. And it's Aerith. The reason why I'm using Ian and Aerith first, because those are the two weakest medals, so yeah. Especially Ian when he's on the wrong slot. But you have to see him, Supernova's doing a lot more damage. Like Ian and Aerith did like 20 million, which is crazy because usually you do like, I don't know, a couple million. So yeah, I'll just Kyrie destroy. Should it bring us? No, not yet. It didn't bring us down to half health. So we'll do this one more time. There we go, half health. So around that I think 21 million to 20 million health is when he reaches half health. So yeah, anyways, right there he killed me with the counter attack, and right here on the top left corner my strength is at 150,000 magic metal strength. That's crazy. So we're just gonna auto and destroy this destroy this boss. You go see, watch Aerith. Look at it, she does 8 million HP damage. Ian just did 43 million. That's crazy. look at his health just melt. Look at that. I'm at 205. Look at that 215,000 magic metal strength. That's crazy. But there we go with the event. So yeah, super easy. The whole manipulation of the enemy's counter is key for this setup. So, or this, yeah, I guess this setup or this boss fight in general. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing an event or a video on this because I don't think you guys care about this. Like, it's just like the organization event where you basically get like absolutely nothing. You only get draw tickets, which is okay, I guess, but it's not jewel, so it doesn't really warrant for me to make a video because it's nothing too crazy. The only reason why I did the video on the organization event because it's the organization event. Like, I think that's such a hype event whenever they bring it back, so that's the only reason why I did it, even though the rewards aren't that great. But for this event, the Loud Marathon, I'm probably not gonna do a video on it, unless you guys want me to, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to. And the high score challenge is It's not it's not as good as the high school challenges nowadays or back then. It only gives you 50 draw tickets and like 5 of those Sora and Moogle medals, and I don't really care. Like I'm pretty sure you guys don't care about that either. So yeah, anyways, so let's go back to my setup. So basically, the main thing you guys want to bring is, or you basically want to use a magic setup because this boss is a power enemy. But if you guys don't have a good power setup or a good magic setup, you guys can bring a power setup or a speed setup. Like I think the Illustrative Sora or the Ventus or one of those, they have the ignore enemies attributes, so you can still do these basically the setup with the speed version of it. But definitely if you guys have a magic setup, I will bring that instead. In terms of Keyblade, you guys definitely want to use counterpoint. But since I want to make it hard for myself, I decided to use the 3 wishes, and plus everybody has the 3 wishes, so that's why I used the 3 wishes. Plus it's also level 35 Keyblade, so it's a lot more free play friendly. But yeah, anyways, you guys want to bring a buffer. Buffer is always good. You guys will bring a Kyrie or Xion, depending on what you guys are using, or you guys have the Nominate, that's even better. Definitely Nominate. She buffs everything and debuffs everything, so yeah, she's good. There also is the Xion out right now in this banner, which I'm gonna pull on in the next video. This Xion basically does what the Nominate does, but she's a magic medal, so you guys can pull for her as well. Like same with the Aqua and the Supernova Aqua. All these banners are here basically until the end of the event. So, well, actually, except for the Supernova New Aqua, should be gone in like 4 days. But for the most part, she's still here during the event, so that's why I used her. But all the medals that I use are sort of available right now, or at least the main medals that I use is all available right now. So yeah, yeah. Anyways, okay, so I'm not going through my setup again. So yeah, you want to bring a buffer. Second chance definitely can help you a lot. Like actually, I think you need second chance for this setup or this strategy. You need to kill yourself in the second turn, and then get the buffs for the next turn, or have the buffs carry over for the next turn. So yeah, you also need basically medals that increase your attribute strength. So if you guys are using a magic sub, you guys want to bring medals that increase your magic medal strength. Or you guys are using a speed or a power setup, same thing. You guys want to bring medals that increase that strength. Also, Supernova New medals definitely is key. you need Supernova New medals for this or setup basically. There's out right now for 4 more days, and there are 5 Home Mercy, and there's a falling price deal, so it's super cheap. It costs about like 10,000 jewel to get one of them. So yeah, definitely they're a good investment. So yeah, having a Supernova Renewal is gonna help you a lot with doing more damage as well as increasing your metal strength. So definitely you're gonna need one of those. Let's see. Having the illustrated medals it definitely helps you a lot. Like this Aqua basically did a lot of damage. If you guys have the Kyrie, it's even better. Xion works as well. You can also use her buffer as you can also use her as a buffer, but if you want to use her attacking medal or using her as an attacking medal, it definitely do a lot of damage as well. So yeah, having illustrated Kyrie, Xion, or Aqua is gonna help you a lot. Next up, if you guys don't have any like other good magic medals, having a copy medal to copy your friend medal is definitely help you a lot as well. That way it'll save like one of the medal slots for you. Like you don't have to pull for another good medal. So yeah, it's definitely a lot cheaper to do that. So Lee works, but if you guys have Lingering Will, or if you guys have that one reverse power medal, which is like a nobody, I think it's Marluxia's nobody, which copies backwards, that works as well. We got a Demix, that works as well. So yeah, anyways, my voice is kind of dying, so yeah, that's kind of about it. Nothing too crazy. The main thing you guys want to do is build your metal strength up, and the second turn you want him to basically kill you, and that way you can have all your buffs carry over for the next turn, and that's how you can basically gonna destroy this boss. But anyway, that's kind of about it for this video. If you guys need any help, definitely leave a comment down below, and I'm trying my best to help you guys out. But anyways, that's kind of about it. This boss is super easy. Most of you guys should will beat this event, especially if you guys pull for the illustrated medals. But yeah, if you got to more Kingdom Hearts Junior Cross videos, be sure to like and subscribe button. And yeah, look forward to my Xion video, because I'm really excited to pull on that banner. Let's see what we can get, because the Xion is really good. Plus, I also like her art a lot. So yeah, actually, I like all the illustrated metal arts. They're all really good. But yeah, that's kind of about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.